how dare you? When a palace novel turns into a battle of wits and fate. What if waking up inside a palace novel didn't make you a helpless victim, but a strategist determined to rewrite destiny itself? That question lies at the heart of the upcoming Chinese costume drama How Dare You, a series that has already captured attention for its bold premise, sharp humor, and an unusually intelligent take on transmigration stories. Starring Wang Churan and Cheng Lei, the drama blends palace intrigue, romance, political maneuvering, and dark comedy into a narrative that feels familiar, yet constantly surprising. At first glance, How Dare You seems to follow a classic formula. A modern woman wakes up inside a novel set in an ancient palace. But very quickly, the drama reveals its first major twist. The female lead, Wang Churan, is an ordinary modern office worker. After an accident, she finds herself transmigrated into a palace intrigue novel, not as a background character, but as Yu Wanyin, the story's original female lead. On paper, this sounds fortunate. In reality, it's a nightmare. Yu Wanyin's fate in the novel is sealed, framed, abandoned, and ultimately destroyed by another transmigrator who appears later in the story. Knowing exactly how tragic her ending will be, Wang Churan makes a bold decision. She will not wait for fate to claim her. She will fight back. Instead of playing the role of a gentle, sacrificial heroine, Yu Wanyin becomes calculating, ambitious, and unapologetically self-preserving. Her goal is simple but dangerous: survive at all costs, and if necessary, overthrow the entire system designed to destroy her. Just when the audience thinks they understand the rules of this world, How Dare You delivers its most compelling hook. The tyrannical Emperor Xiahou Dan, feared throughout the court for his cruelty and unpredictable temper, is also a transmigrator. Portrayed by Cheng Lei, Xiahou Dan is not a newly arrived soul. He has lived inside this fictional world for 10 years, fully aware that he is trapped inside a novel. During that decade, he learned one lesson above all else: mercy is a luxury he cannot afford. Cold, ruthless, and plagued by severe migraines, Xiahou Dan rules through fear. But beneath his brutal reputation lies a modern consciousness hardened by survival. Unlike Yu Wanyin, who wants to rewrite the plot, Xiahou Dan has spent years resisting it, often by becoming the very villain the story demands. When the two transmigrators finally recognize each other, their relationship is not built on trust or romance, but on necessity. They know the same truth: the original storyline is a death sentence. So they form a tense alliance, not to save the world, but to save themselves. While palace intrigue forms the core of the drama, How Dare You refuses to stay confined within the inner court. The story expands outward, tackling broader political and social themes rarely explored with this level of depth in transmigration dramas. Disaster relief, recruitment of capable officials, border security and national stability. These elements give the narrative weight, transforming it from a survival story into a strategic chess match against fate itself. Each decision carries consequences, and every deviation from the original plot risks triggering even greater danger. This constant evolution keeps the pacing sharp and prevents the drama from falling into repetitive palace tropes. For many viewers, one of the biggest draws of How Dare You is Wang Churan's transformation as Yu Wanyin. Known for her elegance and strong screen presence in costume dramas, Wang Churan delivers a character who is both captivating and unsettling. Yu Wanyin is beautiful, but her beauty is a weapon. She is ambitious, observant, and willing to play the long game. Her styling has already attracted widespread attention. Leaked behind-the-scenes photos featuring bold red costumes and commanding posture quickly went viral, with many fans praising her as a standout costume drama goddess. But what truly sets Yu Wanyin apart is her refusal to be morally perfect. She lies when necessary. She manipulates when survival demands it. And she never forgets that in this world, kindness alone is fatal. For female audiences especially, this portrayal offers something refreshing: a heroine who does not apologize for wanting power and control over her own fate. Opposite her stands Cheng Lei's Xiahou Dan, a character far more layered than the typical mad emperor. Yes, he is cruel. Yes, he inspires fear. But his brutality is not born of madness, it is the result of 10 years spent trapped in a hostile narrative that punishes weakness. His migraines serve as a constant reminder of the toll this world has taken on him, both physically and psychologically. Cheng Lei balances menace with restraint, allowing moments of vulnerability to slip through the cracks. His Xiahou Dan is not seeking redemption. He is seeking control, over the story, over the court, and ultimately over his own existence. This creates a dynamic relationship with Yu Wanyin that is tense, intelligent, and emotionally charged, without relying on instant romance. How Dare You is adapted from the popular novel This Is Ridiculous by Qi Yingjin, a work that has long been praised by readers for its sharp writing and unconventional approach to transmigration. Before the live-action drama, the story was also adapted into an animated series, which gained significant popularity for its fast-paced twists and layered dual-transmigration structure. This strong foundation has helped build anticipation for the drama version, especially among fans of the original IP. Since the casting announcement, discussions across Chinese social media platforms have remained active, reflecting both curiosity and high expectations. Directed by Liu Heibo and Wang Li, the production team has emphasized realism and detail. Historical consultants were involved to refine costume design and court etiquette, and instead of relying heavily on green screen sets, the drama was filmed across multiple real locations. This approach gives How Dare You a grounded, cinematic quality that sets it apart from many studio-heavy costume dramas, enhancing immersion and visual credibility. At its core, How Dare You is not just a story about love or survival. It is a story about resistance. Resistance against pre-written destiny. Resistance against roles imposed by society. Resistance against the idea that women must suffer quietly to be considered virtuous. With its daring premise, intelligent characters, and strong production values, How Dare You promises to deliver more than just palace drama cliches. It asks a powerful question. If you knew your ending was already written, would you accept it? Or would you dare to change it?